and welcome to another episode of Get to Know My Network. Today, I pay tribute to a woman who has given me life, who has raised me, who believed in me, and helped make my dreams become a reality. Her faith and selfless ways speaks volumes through her actions. And finally, I have managed to convince her to be interviewed on this channel. So today, let's meet my mom, Moira Manuel. Hello, Mother, and thank you for inviting us into your humble abode.
It's a pleasure, Candice. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. So yes, just so that the viewers do know, this is my biological mother. Yes, we're both there. I didn't get the green eyes. I'm still asking God about that one. But okay, let's get into some serious talk. So I just basically wanted to, for you to share your story with the viewers. So we're gonna start like from the beginning. Tell us about where you grew up. Yes.
Okay, so on the 20th of June, many years ago, I was born to Norman and Christine Ward. I was the only child, and if I'm correct, my mom said I was born on a Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock, so that's really going back. And I grew up around many families. My mom was one of 14 and my dad was one of 6 children. So yes, I come from a big family, but I am an only child, and that was a tough one for me. So I always speak to people who can have more children and say it's not a good thing. You feel lonely, you feel left out, because when your cousins go their way and they go home, they were their family, so you're always alone. And people think that when you're an only child, you have everything, you get everything. But that wasn't my case. I only got when my parents could afford it, but I was blessed with loving parents who loved each other, who loved me, and also knew God. And I think that was just the best for me. And yes, I grew up in Rondebosch East, Athlone area, and I went to Garlandale Primary School, and then I moved from there to Grassy Park, and I started at Grassy Park High. Yes, and I finished my matric there. And started working after that.
Okay, so now we're going to get to, which wasn't too long after your matric, how my brother and I then came into the story. And I, just so the viewers know why I'm taking you on this little trip or journey of my mom's life, is to show you character. So listen out for little nuggets, little golden nuggets that you'll pick up in the conversation. Okay, so now it is after high school, and you meet, which I believe wasn't always the love of your life. He was the difficult one. He was your pain.
He was. Well, actually, we met at school.
My fault.
Yes. That is your fault. We met at school, and the thing was, he just annoyed me at school, and I did some things to him. Most people would do at school, and stuck things into my shoes and pricked him when he wasn't looking, to distract him. Well, then it was just a friendship. We developed this great friendship, him and I, and I think it was quite a few years after that, well, not after that, one of his cousins got married, and he went with them to Durban. And when he was gone, I realized that my best friend was gone, but then I also realized that I had deeper feelings for him. And that is when we started dating. But it was after he had ended his relationship with his girlfriend, because we found that we both missed each other a lot.
So note to everybody out there, stop overlapping.
Yes.
Don't overlap. If you want to find a good relationship, don't overlap.
Yeah. And then we were working, and we got engaged when we were 21. And I think by the time we were 20, just almost 22, we got married. And then, 10 months later, you arrived.
Yay.
And yay! So your dad was ecstatic because it was the daughter he wanted. And and then you were 6 months old. I was excited. I was at gym. I'm going to lose all the baby weight and everything. And I couldn't understand. I'm working out hard. And my stomach was getting bigger. And I was like, this can't be. No, this is wrong. Something's wrong. Anyhow, went to the doctor, and the doctor took some blood tests and said he'll get back to us. And about a day later, he got back to your dad. And your father phoned me. He was at work, and I was busy hanging nappies, because at that time when you were born, we didn't use the disposables. It was nappies. So I was hanging that, and then I got this great news that I was 2 months pregnant. Can you believe it? I went back out there, and I stood crying, because I kept saying, Lord, why are you doing this to me? I've got a baby. What are the people going to say? How am I going to manage? She's only 6 months old, and by then I was 2 months pregnant with your brother. And so it took me a very long time to not accept it. I knew I had to, but emotionally I had to get ready for another baby. So yes, I did many things during that time. I couldn't just sit at home as a mom. I was very involved in things. I did Tupperware, I did lingerie, I did linen, sold linen. And then when you and your brother started school, I started a shuttle service for children, lifting and dropping them off at home. And I was very successful. The parents loved what I did. I was also in charge at the school for setting down the rules and things. But then I found this yearning to do something different. And when I started, I needed to start my own business. And the business was called Bumblebee Stationery. Now, you need to understand that when I went through this period, I prayed about it a lot, and God gave me wisdom to use the name Bumblebee Stationery. But Bumblebee is because a bumblebee has no idea that its wingspan is too small for its body, but it doesn't know that, so it just flies. And according to aeronautics, they would say he's not supposed to fly. But again, it's a creature that God made, and He did that. So I started looking at the same thing. I can achieve a lot because I have God on my side, and I'm going to do it. So that is where the name Bumblebee came. And then the stationery was because parents needed stationery at the schools. I then moved. I was successful with that, and then I got a permanent job, and then after many years with them, I decided I needed to make a change. And I think it was in 2009 when I resigned from the company. In 2010, I started Bumblebee Buzz. The buzz part of Bumblebee, you've heard what Bumblebee is about. Buzz was the buzz that you have in your classrooms. It was that whole thing, the fact that people had to learn and their minds were busy and they were busy interacting. And so I just loved it. And since then, yes, should I say it's history.
It's history.
It's history.
Okay, so now we want to go into future plans. Maybe because that's for future plans for Bumblebee Buzz, but obviously you are very good with people and the training thereof. This connected you to some interesting people towards the end of last year, which opened up a whole new side that you never expected, I never expected. So what is it that you are busy with?
Wow, it was a scary thing when I felt the need, and I felt God is really directing me in a different direction, or just another direction. And God just laid it on my heart one day. I need to write a book about what people have shared with me. But I must say very clearly that the people that have shared their stories with me have agreed to it. There are people, I believe, whose story I still need to write, who maybe once you hear this will actually, just come out and tell me that they'd like to share the story. These stories are going to be very confidential. The person's names, it's not going to be told. So some people have gone through horrific stories, and I know we either know somebody or we've heard it, and you're going to say, but why another book about stories? But I think it's the victory behind these stories. It's not giving a platform for the actual person that have caused the problems or the things that have happened in these women or men's lives. It's the fact that they have come out victorious because they knew who could help them.
Yes.
There's been people, they've gone for counseling, and also these ladies and gentlemen have come to know God in the process. And when God laid it on my heart, I thought, there's no way I can do this. I am not qualified to do this. But He chose me. And when I said yes, the doors started opening for people to come in. And so hence I'm doing that. And then guess what? Not that I have chosen it again, but the one book that was always on my heart was to write the story about my son. And it has been on my heart for many years, and I've delayed it, and this year or last year it also started. So in the process I'm writing two books, and I don't know whether I'm capable, but I got a word last week, and the person said to me, if God has called you to do something, this is your time to do it. And it doesn't matter what your the degrees you do have or don't have, God's plan. He will give you the words and the wisdom and the knowledge to write these things. And so yes, you got me to now just say these things very loudly, very clearly, and I was very quiet about it. But
So as soon as it is, it's there.
It's there,
And
and I
it
have to
keeps
finish
you
this.
accountable.
Yes.
And don't we all need that?
True. I think because I've shared it with a few people, and so I am accountable to them, and especially the people who told me their stories, I'm accountable to them to write their story.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Maybe Candy Coated will be doing the launch for these books.
Oh.
Okay, so this part of the interview we ask, what does our inspirational do for fun or to relax? What is it that you do?
Okay. I always got confused about that. And then one day I realized I actually enjoy reading. I don't like any specific genre, but I read anything that's inspirational to me. If I feel that I need to be focused, I'll pick up any book that's not as detailed, or just to get my mind going. So it does help and stimulate the thinking process for me. And then I'm fine. I'll read a book, finish, and but I love books that challenges me, that gives me a deeper understanding of where I'm going and what I'm doing. And I love a lot of writers. They stimulate my mind. And stories, when I read a book, it has to tell me a story and I get very involved. It's like I'm there, I can picture everything. So
That's where I take after you.
Yeah, picture that. The story, it has to tell me an interesting story.
Yeah.
So I think, and that's sort of also what sparked off my writing thing now.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this interview, Mom. I've actually learned a little bit more about you too.
Wow, well, thank you so much, and I wish you and Candy Concepts the best for the future.
Thank you. Let's cheers with our water.
Yay! Thank you, Mom.
So I think, you know, what I've learned from my mom or from the situation is that I understand that not everybody personally has a mother like mine, and secondly may have a mother at all in their lives. So I am extremely blessed. I think God has blessed me with a mother like mine, who can teach me these things and teach me how to be more open with people and other certain entrepreneurial things in my life, so that I can share it with somebody else. And a lot of people, you can find these people in your lives. Doesn't have to be a relative, but find that person that puts those things into your life so that you can go and share it with others. And I think that is the challenge for all of us. Go out there, find that person that instills these things into our lives, and go take it out there and share it with the world. So thank you, Mommy, for being an amazing mommy to me. And I don't mind sharing her with other people too.